Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
With the holidays around the corner, everyone is getting in the spirit of things. But studies are showing that one thing to be cautious of this holiday season could be the spirits that you're drinking.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly joins us in studio with more on a recent study with staggering numbers regarding alcohol-related deaths. Katie?
Andrea, Mike, recent numbers are showing that alcohol kills more people each year than overdoses through cancer, liver cirrhosis, suicide, among other things. About 88,000 people die each year from alcohol. That's about 16,000 more than opioid overdoses. But one alarming part to this number is that drinking-related deaths among women have rose 67% from 2007 to 2017. According to the new analysis from the University of Washington, researchers also looked at ER visits and found the largest increases were among the middle-aged, especially women. This can be problematic. By middle age, long complications, including heart failures, infections, high risk of cancer, and many others. With alcohol-related deaths at an all-time high for middle-aged women and the holiday season considered a trigger for many people, licensed counselor Patty Norman suggests that people take extra steps to make sure they're staying healthy and safe.
Maybe you have a plan in place. Maybe you decide that you don't go to parties. Maybe you make this connection like that this is going to be a sober time. Go to a community support meeting. That can be an AANA Smart Recovery. And, see what that's like. Experience that a little bit.
Patty Norman says if you're unsure if you would classify yourself as someone who's addicted or abusing, to ask yourself if it's negatively impacting your life. If the answer is yes, you should seek help or simply get an assessment done to better understand your situation. Mike?
All right. Thanks, Katie. Counselors are reminding you that your health is your #1 priority and to reach out and get help if needed. We have links to resources on our website. Just head over to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
A Valley News Live viewer sent us this video of what appears to be a man stealing a package from the front steps of a home in South Moorhead. The homeowner lives on 24th Street South in Moorhead. That's over by Village Green. The man is seen wearing sunglasses and an orange stocking cap. The homeowner says UPS dropped off the package at 2 o'clock this afternoon and that the package was taken at 3. He was then caught on camera driving away. So if you know who this person is, you're asked to contact Moorhead Police.
3, 2, 1.
That's Hutch helping kick off Moorhead's annual holiday tree lighting this evening, complete with high school carolers and refreshments. And then it was off to the Holiday Lights Parade, which traveled through downtown Moorhead to Fargo.
The crowd watching the parade was bundled up, and that includes our team from Valley News Live, some in station vehicles, others walking alongside, handing out camera. The temps said to be about 20 degrees above zero, but it felt like single digits. There's a warm-up on the way, but we'll have to wait a day. Hutch is here now with a look at the overnight forecast. Hutch?
Well, we're slipping very quickly into the single digits in Thief River Falls this hour. Temperatures fell through the 20s into the teens here in Fargo-Moorhead. Now, it is warmer out to the west, and along that boundary, we're seeing some clouds and reduced visibility as well. A few flakes of snow possibly sliding through at times overnight, but nothing too significant. And do be careful if you're out and about early in the morning or late tonight driving, as that reduced visibility could cause some issues there. Wind chills as we go through the overnight hours stay in the single digits above and below zero. It does look like we cool off one day before the heat returns for your Thanksgiving. I'll have details on all that here in just a few moments.
All right. Thanks, Hutch.
Authorities are still investigating the scene where a train derailed early this morning in Polk County. It happened just east of Fisher, Minnesota. Police say no one was hurt, but that 14 cars full of coal went off the tracks. Sheriff's officials and crews are still working to clean up the site. It's unknown why the train jumped the tracks.
A man involved with a deadly hotel stabbing in Fargo is now facing felony theft charges. Back in September, we told you about Jacob Dirks. Authorities say that he went to the American Inn to find the person he believed stole $10,000 from him. That person was Sean Baer, and now he's facing a felony theft charge. While at the hotel, Dirks was stabbed in the stomach by Sean Baer's brother, Alan Baer. Alan Baer was originally charged with murder in the case, but those charges were later dropped. Authorities say that Alan was simply acting in self-defense.
The city of Fargo will be extending an initiative that it started last year to help breastfeeding mothers. This comes after a Minnesota woman says she left her job in Minnetonka because it violated her rights to breastfeed. Gender Justice, a nonprofit legal organization, filed a complaint in Hennepin County District Court on behalf of Rachel Pierce. She says she was forced to quit her job at a jewelry store because the company refused to provide a reasonable time and space for her to pump breast milk for her daughter. Meanwhile, here in Fargo, FargoCast Public Health tells us workplaces can apply for mini grants to make private spaces for moms to pump for their babies.
8 out of 10 moms in North Dakota leave the hospital breastfeeding. And so when that number starts to decrease around, 3 months when many moms go back to work, how can we continue to support those moms so that they continue to breastfeed if that's something that they wish to do?
Now, federal law requires businesses to give moms time and a space other than a bathroom to pump at work.
Traditionally, today was one of the biggest travel days of the year. In fact, AAA is now saying over 50 million Americans will be traveling 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving.
That's the highest number recorded in over a decade. To see why more people are driving this Thanksgiving, Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer hit the streets.
Have you seen more people on the road today?
Seems like it, yeah.
Andrew Kraft is a tow truck driver. He's on the road a lot. And as you can imagine, on a day like today, he's seen a lot of other people on the road too. AAA says the reason more people are deciding to drive this Thanksgiving is because of lower gas prices.
Yeah, I think so. It seems lower than last year around this time.
In Cass County, the average price at the pump is about $2.40. That's 20 cents cheaper than the national average. But if you're traveling to some larger cities this Thanksgiving, that's where the traffic will be the worst. AAA says the most congested cities will be Boston, San Francisco, and New York City. And if you find yourself on the side of the road in need of some help during your trip, Andrew says not to worry too much.
Well, we're always ready.
In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
The busiest time of travel for most cities was earlier this evening, but that doesn't mean you're in the clear yet. AAA predicts tomorrow around midday will also be a busy day to travel. The least busy day to hit the roads or take a flight is the morning of Thanksgiving itself, around 6 a.m.
So set your clocks. And if you're one of the millions of people hitting the road this holiday week, take a look at where the cheapest gas is in town. Casey's on 25th Street in Fargo is going at $2.42 a gallon.
A long-awaited decision for local students with severe behavioral needs has been delayed. Tonight, the Least Restrictive Environment, or LRE Task Force, was expected to come to a decision on how school districts could best serve their students who have challenging behaviors. But due to time constraints, that decision was put off. Now facilitators say that they're working on a new decision date where task force members can vote on the best path forward. The task force was created after plans to send these students to Agassiz for specialized instruction fell through, with critics saying the plan segregated students based on their disabilities. But the need for a solution has been highlighted recently, with student behaviors triggering 3 recent lockdowns at Kennedy Elementary School.
If the services and the supports are there, we won't have those lockdowns because we will have enough services, supports, and specialized staff to work with these children.
Parents we spoke to after the meeting were critical of the task force, going so far as to call it a farce. But facilitators say every voice has been heard and the options for these students have been created by the group.
The Downtown Holiday Lights Parade wasn't the only fun event going on in Fargo tonight. The latest winter clothing styles were on display at the Holiday Inn. The Christmas gift fashion show gives volunteer models a chance to strut their stuff while raising money to pay for gifts for people in need. This was another sold-out show. It's one of many fundraisers for the Christmas gift, which is in its 29th year. More than $1 million has been raised during that time.
Somebody else strutting their stuff tonight?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. And Lisa and Jordan, too.
Yes.
Yeah, good time. All right, later on Valley News Live at 10, parents have complained about it, and now something's being done to alleviate the overcrowding on some Fargo school buses.
Another burp of cold air comes out of Canada. That will set temperatures back a little bit for Wednesday. A few flakes out there are expected. Highs today reached average for this time of the year for a change. Details on a warmer Thanksgiving are next.